I can't really hear you.
I think the headset on these two.
That good?
Welcome to the McCann Ice Arena for today's game featuring the Farmingdale State Rams and your Marist Red Foxes. Now, the starting lineup from State Rams. For our away team starting lineup: Andrew Bateman, Jacob Frank Alessi, Joseph Unico, Chris Keller, Tim Duffy. And for our Marist Red Foxes: Adam Jericho, Brandon Hinkle, John Hohen, Sean Bruno, Zachary Taylor, and Glenn Bain. Please rise for the national anthem.
Zoom it like I said you don't gotta, it doesn't have to go like, when you had it like this, half the screen isn't even ice. So I said like don't go, like keep it like at the flags, because like when half the screen isn't even like,
yeah,
the ice, you know, swing it around. I mean like that. Exactly. It goes into the corner. Get some zoom. Zoom out. Just try to keep it fluid. Don't like big swings.
Thank you. I hope y'all good.
with 12:46 left in the first.
Marist really trying to sprinkle in those deeper shots. That's something we saw a lot last year. They weren't really trying to facilitate as much into the slot. They were more trying to attack from the perimeter. If you're confident in your guys and their ability to shoot from outside, that's not a bad game plan by any means. But I do think pressuring them through the slot might be something they want to entertain a little bit in this.
100%. Most of the goals scored are called garbage goals, and that's when they're scored up in front. Farmingdale attempting a long breakout here, pass up to center ice now. Ivers has it. His pass goes a little wide. Buchek picks it up. He's going to exit the zone. He has numbers with him. Drops a pass offsides. That is right there. Rodriguez exits the zone, but he's stood up by DiNicola. Marist with two guys on the forecheck. Breakout here by Farmingdale. It's successful. They enter the zone here. They got a 3-on-3. That shot patted away. Coming back around now, up to the defenders. Alessi, his shot from the point blocked away from DiNicola.
Divine picks it back. I don't hear it. They're going to have to take it. Clears it away, then get a breather. We're going to go for a quick save. Barrett's going to stick with the same team here.
The Farmingdale penalty kill has been very strong so far in this game.
Cleared out the sack.
They had their own goal in the game yesterday night.
Williams has it. He's going to go D to D with that. Icing. He was just a step behind the line there.
Farmingdale and this penalty kill. When they're in the penalty field, they do exactly what a lot of high schools do, and they play really tough. When you know that your guys can go out there and go stride for stride on the ice with these other players, even when you're down a man, you're willing to play tight on the puck and start interfering with some of the offensive effort.
Mercer wins that face-off. 30 seconds left in the power play. That pass from Stone goes off the post. Harris scoops it. He gets a no-look pass in the no-man's land, which is really impressive at that
Aiden's older than Garrett from freshman year. He's making the guac. His own guac. He's making guacamole. Yeah, I know. Oh, really? Nice. I'm hyped for this guac. I don't know what I'm gonna do about dinner. Probably just order some shit. I've been doing it this semester. Like, I've been going out and then getting up at like 8:30, and then I got up at 8:30. I was at Dunkin' Donuts at 9. I don't know how, bro. And then I was just at the gym at fucking 10. I just wasn't hungover at all. Oh, right there. Got that $6 meal deal. It's good.
For interference, it looks like it's either going to be a 4-on-4 or
It's not bad, actually. They scored? No. Oh.
8:06 here. The refs are currently discussing what's going on and what the score sheet's going to look like. Marist last year led or was second in the SECHL in penalties. So far, that's something that killed them all year. That was a big focus point from Coach Lobianco over the years. That penalty killed them this year. There, he kicked that one out. Duffy, he's the player. Calling it offside. The linesman originally called him onside, but the official there deemed he was off.
It looked like Duffy was just about to get a one-on-one opportunity with the goal, and Duffy is 18 goals last year, 12 assists. He's someone, if you get a one-on-one on the goalie, you like your odds.
100%.
So, yeah, a high stick penalty there, but still not the wrong call, right? You cannot allow him to get the puck right there. A one-on-one opportunity would not go well for the Bucks.
Right now, Stillman has to take this face off against the player. Working it around. Farmingdale still has it. Control. Get back up to the left. players. He transferred from ASU 2 years ago, from 2023 to 24 season, and he's been one of the better players since he came here.
And we're a little over 1 game into the season, and he's been a real bright spot for this Red Sox.
Scoring that lone goal yesterday. Behind no call there. Quality opportunity.
Plays where the other players on this Marist team have kind of given up an open opportunity, but Rico has consistently stepped up. And this is someone who, we said it earlier in the broadcast, hasn't had much burn with the Red Sox yet, really just being a practice player, but he has really stepped up today throughout the game.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player. Marist is going to be leading on him as right now. Anthony Russo is taking a left play and taking another concentrated up behind the net. Marist now up in the high circle, crossing the center ice. But Cardoso still has it. Barely tried to shoot it off the front. Ivy's going to pick it up off the glass there. Back row 10 pounds. 2-1 here. That pass over. Farmingdale State. Ivers is a beautiful piece on there.
And that's what he does. Ivers is so aware of the ice, especially when he's getting out there towards the goal. He's going to make something happen. If you give him a 2-on-1, you're going to see some magic.
Right there. That goal right there comes from Joe Quigley as they pass the puck down the bench. That was his first goal for Farmingdale State. What a quality transfer. He came from Salem State University. The Farmingdale team is very old. They're not really. Their average age is 21 compared to theirs is 20.
4 players under 20 for Farmingdale.
Farmingdale trying to use some wheels as Kehoe tries to push Farmingdale off to the side. Stoneman has it. He's going to float that one up, try to get it on net. It's going to be played by Darren. Darren's going to let it go. Taylor tries to feed that one up to the slot. Taylor. There again, another opportunity slot right here on the mid by just a second. And that's the quick the Red Sox. Yeah, you always got to have people there. Smith's going to hold it. He's going to stay with the breakout pass to the center. Marist, he makes a nice move. His shot stood up by Nico. He's going to find it with extremity front. He's going to jump on that puck and call stop it.
Can we talk about that stick work, though? In order to create that shot, I mean, that was just beautiful to watch. That was like a defensive lineman working a swim move on an offensive lineman. That was remarkable.
The East Newport native, Timothy Devine, there with great stick work there to get that opportunity. Almost made it 2-0 here. 5:35 left to play in the first. Farmingdale wins another face-off. That puck's going to go out of flag. Gary Mandia is going to go pick that up and throw it back on the ice.
Farmingdale, you feel strong right now. 1-0 lead. Marist is really struggling to get anything going on the offensive end. It's just about continuing to do what you can do.
Yeah, these are the type of starts you always dream of as a player.
Worth mentioning, Darren had a 9.4 save percentage. He's the guy that's very capable. And it really is fun to watch this Farmingdale defense because they're all so great on the defensive end. And then even when you are able to get that open shot, you still have to get past the great wall there.
It's a tremendous team right here. This making the transfer from AAU to Hacha now. They're an independent team. As Duffy enters the zone, he's going to put that one on board. Duffy here now has it. shot blocked away by one goes a little wide, not even quite. Both dead. A little extra fight going on there.
And I get it. We've been talking about Rico and the performance he's had. Even though he let up the goal, he has looked very strong. But the rest of this Marist team has to make his job easier. They can't keep letting up these opportunities, these looks for the Rams right in front of the goal. You have to make the job easier.
Yeah, you have to. There should not be many second opportunities, but they've been having a good amount of them so far. 4:46 left in the first. It's over there.
Really?
Quick shot off familiar faces in the corner. Missed opportunity from Ivers to be one-on-one there off of a missed pass, but he's still going to stop the icing there. They continue to work it around, looking for that quality. Ivers takes still holds it. Now it's Peter. Great check there.
Instead, Farmingdale finds a way to come back in with the ball. Flying all over the Whatever Marist gets the puck, someone's getting hit really quick. And then they end up losing the puck. Farmingdale, on the other hand, they're able to not just get the puck, they're able to get it
and keep it moving. Keep it moving where they want it to. Marist is playing very good. Reactive. They can't really see that you're down one.
Yeah, right there, Mika with a beautiful opportunity using his wheels to get past the defenders. There we go again, saves that one. Buck sent down with 2 moments up on each other. Taylor. Coming after that, Media has it. Come on. Made a quick work out to it back there. 10 seconds remaining left. This is a serious battle against the Bulls here. On the other side, defense to the end of the period. We will be back. Testing 1, testing 2, testing 1, testing 2. Test 1, test 2.
Testing. We're good? Testing. Welcome back to the McCann Ice Arena here for the second period.
Duffy sends in that puck. Marist loses the first faceoff, down 1-0. Pat, what do you think Marist needs to do here to improve this second period?
Well, I mean, this game started off, and instantly we saw this Rams team get to the goal and shoot a shot directly from the slot. So considering how it started in that first minute and how it was looking for a little bit, entering this second period just down 1, not the end of the world, really. Just slow the game down, try and get a breakaway, try and force something big, try and get into the slot. That's something they weren't doing early in that first period. Now I want to see them try and do that. Try and generate these easier shots. Stop with all the deep range stuff and get something easier going at least once or twice. Keep it a lower scoring game. Do not lose handle right here because, yes, you're down 1, but down 1 isn't anything too crazy. When you get down 3, that's when it becomes a different game.
Kravitz with Bane on him. Puck's going to get sent on down. Possibly an icing. Going to be called. Marist going to have their first offensive zone face-off this period. Marist so far trailing 1-0 as previously mentioned. This new period, hopefully they can get something started here. Hopefully Coach Lobianco gave him some words of encouragement, got him a little started up.
Listen, the key thing here, after how that first period went, they're going to have to make sure they're able to just keep the puck in their possession. Yes, Marist was doing a good job preventing goals from being scored, but it felt like no matter what Farmingdale did, the ball was staying in Farmingdale sticks. You know,
Duffy here has some numbers with him. Sorry to cut you off there, Pat. Pat's going to go around.
The puck was just always in their possession, but now we're seeing Marist kind of get something going right here.
Matriano, that shot batted away. It's Chris Satera there almost to scoop up the rebound. Stillman's shot from the hash marks is hit straight in the body of Barron. He's having a phenomenal start right now. Hasn't really been tested too much, but he also, any tests he's had, he's probably gotten a 100 on so far.
Oh, absolutely. He had a .924 save percentage last year. That's a really good number. And Farmingdale has made sure that it's difficult to get to Barron. But when you do get there, well, he's the Great Wall of Barron because even then you struggle to score. Not many easy looks for the Red Foxes, and when there is a look for them, Barron normally holds strong.
There, Quigley's going to scoop that one up. Not even looking. Already knew where Ivers was. Ivers right there in the middle. Right there, that's probably a clear sign of how much this team's been practicing together. They've been skating together. They started their training camp on August 23rd, and they had their roster finalized since last season, the end of last season. So this team really has a lot of chemistry there as Kyle Buchik picks up a very obvious tripping penalty. He's got a stick right under the skate of the Farmingdale player there.
And Marist commits a lot of penalties. It was a huge issue last year. Second in the SECHL, behind Sacred Heart with 441 penalty minutes last year. That's an average of 19 per game. You're not going to win too much if you keep committing all those
a whole
penalties.
period, a man down. That's a recipe for disaster, as Farmingdale's going to get their first opportunity tonight for their power play to work.
Marist had some opportunities earlier in this game, and they couldn't take advantage. Now let's see if Farmingdale's penalty advantage takers are as good as their penalty killers.
O'Donnell's quick wrister there, gloved by Derico. Still, only, like I said earlier, only let up one goal. He's been playing pretty well today. He's had a couple of great opportunities. Marist right now may not have been playing the best defense in front of them. But this team, Farmingdale, they're fast, they're quick, they're big. Like I said earlier, there's only 4 players under 20.
Derico in his first game, you got to make it easy for him if you're someone else on this Red Fox roster.
James Stevens there works for that one, and he's going to clear it on down. Barron's going to play it on out for Alessi. They're going to get set here. Farmingdale, O'Donnell chips it on up for Traub. Traub works it around the circle. He's going to bring it on down, pressured by Stevens as he's below the goal line. Up to Duffy. Duffy holds it. Alessi has it at the blue line. Duffy missed pass there.
What a great sliding play to get the puck out there for a second.
Yeah, great play there by Jake D'Argento. Slid in here also. Didn't play last game, getting his first opportunity this season tonight. So Alessi now, he's going to take it out, and that clear to the far blue line. over to Traub. Traub's going to enter the zone with some speed. He's going to take it around wide. Still holding, looking at his options, tries to send it up in front, but doesn't get there. Now Alessi, he's going to walk in, feed it over to Duffy, cross pass. That one sniped by Duffy. Absolute rocket from the top of the circle as it makes Marist trail 2-0 on their first power play goal of the night.
Duffy had 18 goals last year, 12 assists. He's a scoring machine. Doesn't matter the range. You get him in the slot, he's going to take advantage. But you get him a wide open chance like that, he's going to make a high puck directly into that top of the goal, exactly where it needs to be. Doing that against a goalie playing their first game at this level, well, that only goes one way.
Shot there. Tim Duffy, an older player.
Yes, Duffy is someone that, like I said, scoring machine. He's always able to find a way, and he has limitless range, as we saw just there.
Yeah, the 23-year-old played for the PAL Junior Islanders before coming to Marist here. Definitely, that's 4 years older. He could have gone through college before Derico played his first game. Farmingdale still has it now. Chance up in front. That breakaway opportunity, and the rebound is punctured in by Farmingdale. Back-to-back chances, Marist there. Good, bad slip up, and that has broken the game wide open here with 4 minutes into the 4 minutes into the second. Now down 3-0.
Not only has it broken the game open, it's probably starting to break the confidence of, like I said, this goalie playing in his first game. Derico, this Red Fox roster, the rest of these guys, they have to step up for this guy and stop giving so many opportunities, because that was, again, a second chance goal opportunity. And
It might have been a third chance right there.
Yes,
That was three Farmingdale players right there in the front, and I didn't see a Red Fox there to pick up a stick.
They have to do something to really help the guy out, because Derico, he was looking good in that first period, but when you keep letting up these open holes, bad things are going to eventually happen. You can't keep relying on him to keep making these miraculous plays.
Right, here comes the Spark Club, Johnny Martriano. He's trying to get it down there. Stoneman sends that errant pass, going to be kept in by Williams. He's going to dump it in. The defensemen seem to be playing a little bit back, hoping that a quick play like that doesn't happen on them again. Richie's shot from the point goes, it's blockered away.
And that deep shot was almost a prayer. I mean, I get it. They have confidence in their ability to make these shots from deep, but if I'm them, I'm still trying to facilitate into the slot. I get it. You're down 3. You want to force the issue, but there's still a lot of game left to play.
Yeah, that puck there sent down for an icing from the Red Foxes, trailing 3-0 with 15:52 left in the second. So far, it's been all Farmingdale to start this period.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they are playing with high intensity, and they're taking advantage of the opportunities that Marist has just been giving them, in all honesty.
Marist battling for that one. Smith's going to have that. He's going to try shoot it blocked away by Martriano. Sent on down, possibly an icing here, as that's going to get called as Smith was able to beat out Martriano again. He's been all over right here. This line right here, they're really trying to get something started here. Stoneman, Martriano, and Cetera.
Yeah, they have some players here that are going to get physical and cause issues for Farmingdale, but they can't get too physical and just allow some big breakaway to happen like what's been happening throughout the game.
Quickly there on the face-off, took a stick to the face as Tyler Stoneman's stick is broken now. He's out. He's without one.
But still skating around. Stoneman's a great player. There's no doubt about that, but I don't know how much of an impact he could have without a stick on his hand.
It's a poor time to change. That's the issue. He almost just tried to kick that one out. As Richie Williams plays that one, not able to get out. Stoneman's still stuck. It's back to like a man down there as that pass gets sent wide with the net now off its bearing. No play is going to be stopped. There's no icing there called. As Nolte picks it up behind the net, little upset with that one. They're going to get some wheels. Keller holds it at the blue line. Now
We're seeing a new line for the Red Foxes here, but they need to get something going on their offensive end. The puck has just been in Farmingdale's offensive zone for nearly the entire period now.
Yeah, I think they have one shot there. That shot there by Smith is blocked by Derico. Still battling for it as Woodhead or Sacco is going to be taking down Ivers.
They're getting a little bit chirpy over there right now.
Staging some words as Sacco heads to the box there for tripping.
Now is not the time to, I know. You're down 3 in your home opener. Emotions are going to get the best of you. But this is not the time where you can be committing these penalties, or else this game is going to get even more out of hand.
Yeah, it took Farmingdale about a minute to get that first goal. Let's see what they can do here with their second power play opportunity. They have Duffy, O'Donnell, Keller, Schwab, and Alessi out there, the same pairing that scored that first power play goal. Alessi's going to have it. He's gonna
Alessi, a great scoring defenseman, 18 points last year.
Great opportunity there off that one-timer by O'Donnell. Alessi's going to have it. He's going to give a quick pass to Duffy. His shot gloved and stopped by Derico. Almost the exact same type of shot as the first one. Unfortunately for Derico, he was able to stop it.
I mean, that's a nice confidence builder, though. The fact that something that worked so well for them just a couple minutes ago didn't work so well. Now we could see Derico breathe a little bit and say, okay, I know I can still be the player I was in that first period.
They switch up now the pairings. There's going to be Kehoe and Stevens out there with Bruno and Taylor for the defense for Marist. Farmingdale still the same. Alessi has it at the blue line. He's looking at his options. Feeds it over to Duffy. Duffy holds it. Back to Alessi. Duffy now. Cross ice pass. O'Donnell holds it in with the circle. He's going to be rotating with it. Sends it on down. Farmingdale still working with it. Pass over to Duffy. Duffy works his way down. Saucer pass to the center of the ice. Blocked by Bruno. Tries to clear. No good. Second atop to Duffy. That shot, again, saved by Derico. Really working this Duffy high circle shot. Besides that one goal, this power play, they've been shut down. So now the second unit is coming on here, hoping to finish up the job that the first unit couldn't. It's Marist again making another switch. Looks like they're trying to just keep quick bodies here as they have a long shift change here. It's not going to be as easy to get a change on a penalty kill.
Oh, absolutely not. It absolutely won't be. The penalty kill, it's always so tight because every second matters right here. I'm curious if they're going to try and do more stick work to create an open shot instead of the facilitation route they've been taking in this first minute.
Feeds it over to Ivers. He's going to work his way. Almost had a wide open Farmingdale Jace Lombardo there in the slot. Unfortunately, that he couldn't hold that puck. Lombardo working with it. Feeds it over to Ivers. Ivers head fake. He has it at the circle. Now it's Lombardo. Lombardo looking what to do.
Just about 30 seconds left.
That shot from the high slot goes wide. Shot there by Nolte. Lombardo has it. Back to Nolte.
Lombardo, a former Minnesota Blue Hawk. One of 5 players on this Farmingdale team today who's active, making their first bit of action for the Rams.
There's there on the pass. That one trickles in off of a low-quality shot as Leppert, he might have just gotten his first goal as a Farmingdale Ram.
Coming from Northland, stepping in, making a little bit of a hop shot there. Pretty nice goal there. Just as the power play was coming to a close, now they're leading by 4, and there's still half of the second period to go.
Yeah, really quality chance there. He was able to get in, pick the puck up. Marist kind of got caught flat-footed. He kept moving, and that shot just unfortunately didn't look like Derico was able to close his legs fast enough and keep that one in as it trickled in behind him. As this game's really been blown open in the last 4 minutes. There's been 3 goals, and now it's 4-0. It's Marciano here. He's got a chance there. That quick wrister is gloved by the Great Wall Baron.
Listen, we talked about it, right? Farmingdale in their first game. Marist had time to play before. Farmingdale came into this game fresh, but they weren't quite used to being on the ice playing against a team in a different uniform. Now, that rust is clearly gone as they take a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, 100%. Also, like, last night playing against Army, that's a very physical team. They're going to beat you down. There was already an injury with Ming Wen Chen. He had an upper body injury that kept him out of the lineup tonight. You can only question what difference that could have made tonight. It's a little bit of a neutral zone puck toss-up results in Derico playing it. He's going to play it off the boards, rims off the referee. Marciano stops that shot from going to O'Donnell right there. Puck again Going to be left for Kehoe from Derico. Kehoe pressured by 2 Farmingdale Rams.
I'm surprised by how tight Farmingdale's playing despite being up 4 right now.
Well, that's what makes a great team great, right there. Is that shot by Satera, pass by Stoneman. What a save by Barron. That was probably the best opportunity Marist has had all night, and they couldn't capitalize as Barron makes a sliding save. Tyler Stoneman's not happy with himself. I could just see it in his body language there.
Would have been an opportunity to score his second goal of the season, and the second goal of the season for the Red Foxes. He scored 1 on a power play against Army.
Yeah, quality power play goal from Stoneman yesterday. So now this is a real tough test to start the season. First, Army, which is a perennial champion in the SECHL, and then Farmingdale, probably the 2 best teams they're going to play all season long, and they're getting them away out at the start of the year as there's 11:20 left in the second period. Farmingdale here with a 3-on-1 opportunity. Pass to Duffy. His shot saved by Derico.
I mean, Farmingdale, they just have so much experience under their belt. So many guys who have played in the juniors for a while. Average age of 21 years old. A lot of experience in the juniors for these guys. Only 4 players under 20.
This might be the closest team to NCAA D3 that they're gonna play all year. This is a different type of team here. Smith's gonna take that face-off win. This team, Farmingdale, practices at the Islanders practice facility, so I can only imagine they probably get some help from some of the Islanders staff. Fragoso, they're battling for that one. Almost had a chance there. Marist, that quality chance from Stoneman might have awoke something in the team, knowing that they can actually break through this team. This isn't just a giant here.
And Fragoso coming in for Shen Ming Lim, right? He's someone who is getting his first little bit of game action today. And so far, I know that the scoreboard doesn't look great, but he's a bright spot that you could leave this game.
Well, this is one of those that you cannot be a game or a box score demon and take a look and think you know the whole story. So right there's Fragoso's going to dump that in for Taylor to pick up. He's going to be the first one there. Tries to send that one up in front. Stopped by Nolte. Ivers picks it up. That one's going to go out of play.
The Red Foxes, they just need to get something on the board now. You can't have the scoreboard looking like this going into the third period. You still got half the second period left to get something going, build a little bit of momentum.
Score 1 goal, you're going in. It's only a 3-goal game with a full 20 left.
But you also can't let the defense falter either, because you know Farmingdale will take advantage.
No, any mistake that Marist will make, Farmingdale will capitalize on. Farmingdale trying to work the breakout right now. Bruno's going to lay a blue line hit. That's going to keep the puck in as Leppert now works with it. Now it's almost lost the puck. It's actually, play was blown dead, but the puck was not covered at all. Leppert had it at the far hash mark.
And he thinks he's Houdini, made the puck disappear. And he just found out where it is. Had a little bit of a moment of realization for a second.
Probably got to be a very nerve-wracking moment as a goaltender, not knowing where the puck is when you thought you had it.
Oh, absolutely. But you don't hear this McCann crowd shouting, so that means they knew.
Probably gave him a little sigh of relief there. So that breakout attempt goes to no one as there's a Farmingdale player ahead of all. Jason Lombardo, that wraparound attempt almost went in. Play is blown dead as the net is off. Off of that attempt there from Lombardo. He just had the whole... No, I don't think any Red Fox noticed him behind him when they sent that puck off the boards.
Yeah, and Lombardo is another one of these guys who's coming in and playing pretty well. Despite it being his first game as a Farmingdale Ram, looking really good coming up from the juniors and the Minnesota Blue Hawks.
A pretty good team there playing the USPHL Premier. Like Pat, you said earlier, I think every player on this team, and I don't want to say it for a fact, but to say with strong confidence, I'm pretty sure every player here had played some form of juniors, whether that's NCDC, USPHL, or even any other form.
Yes, and that makes a big impact. You could see a difference between how these two teams are playing, and that's a big reason why.
Kehoe there, spin move's going to spin off Ivers. He's looking to go the other way. He can't. Ivers still on him. Now Lombardo's playing with it with, now Kehoe picks it back up again. He's going to be one to lean on this year. He was abroad for the first semester last year, only played 2 games, and in those 2 games, Marist did look like a different team when he came back. He's the quarterback for the power play. He's one of the more offensive-minded defensemen. There's a reason he's a captain. He's a voice in the locker room. There's DeRico, sends that one around for Wall.
And having one of those offensive defensemen makes such a big difference, especially in the power play.
Yeah, especially in the power play. You know, they can see everything. As a defenseman, you typically know the offense better than the offense. As that puck is sent out by Jonathan Wong on a clear 10 off the glass. No change from Marist as Marist sent it out there.
I just want to see something from Marist, just to give them some optimism. Because right now, I don't want to say it looks lifeless, but I think offensively they look very...
They look discombobulated. It looks like they're not really sure what they're doing right there.
But I think on the defensive side of things, they've been fine. They haven't really been able to clear the puck more, but they're showing a lot of energy, as we see right there. I mean, people knocking each other to the ground right now.
Again, they need to get better bearings for this net. That's the 4th time it's came off this period.
Doesn't help when players are pushing other players directly into it.
No, not at all. But it's good for Marist because it lets Farmingdale stop their current rush, as that was a quality chance there. If it kept going, they probably could have squeaked one in. As Keller takes this face off. Shot there by Farmingdale goes wide. Now Bain has it. He's trying to work with it, loses control of the puck. Ivers again, he has the puck. He's going to stop with the face-off dot. Great stick work there. His shot, quality chance there. No one is able to corral the puck and bring it on home as Smith sends it down.
It looked like the Red Foxes were in decent position to defend that one, too. As much as it looked like an open shot, just knowing how hockey tends to work, it also looked like bodies were ready to interfere with it.
Right here is Bain with a good shot. That shot waffle boarded away by Barron to the corner. He picks up his own rebound. Stoneman sticking with it. Now Sacco's going to pick up the puck. Going to send that one off the glass, and it's going to be called an icing with 7:10 left in the second period here. Marist kind of starting to pick up their first couple of continuous offensive opportunities there. They had about 3 in the last 3 minutes. Hopefully they can start picking up to come a little more often.
But they can't set up in their offensive zone, and that's been the issue with how much pressure Farmingdale has been sending whenever a Red Fox has the puck. It's been difficult for them to set up, get some facilitation going, and really create a play. They've just been needing to rely on the fast break because they can't maintain possession when they get down there.
Feels like Marist, when they get the puck, they look to see what to do, but when Farmingdale touches the puck, they already know what they're doing. They're keeping pressure. That spin move there makes Farmingdale lose control of the puck as they regain now. Del Grosso. He's working around. He controls it. Pressured by Stoneman as he puts him on the ground. Sacco floats that one out up into the hands of Farmingdale again. Lepart, the defenseman. That pass, no one is home. Now James Stevens comes off the bench and picks that one up. Chris Satera comes down to collect that. Traub sends it around. Satera there. Martriano whiffs on that one. Lepart now has it. Now Traub hustling for this puck. Hopefully he can beat out Sacco.
That was a good job forcing the puck out right there.
McGregor sends that one on over to the Farmingdale bench as Steven takes it off the boards. Tries to get the boot check. No one is there to pick it up.
Well, they failed to caress it. Went right off the stick. As we have a collision going on over there.
And then Lepart comes in from behind and hits boot check. So they're going to start jawing at each other. Now here is where the penalties would really start to stack up. Is an opportunity like this, and all of a sudden everyone starts taking each other to the ground.
And this is what this Red Fox team is, right? It feels like the hockey game is just a side thing. They're really just here for a boxing match.
Yeah, there's a player named McGregor. I think they thought Connor was out there.
That's how this team tends to work. They want to punch people more than anything.
They like to get their frustrations out.
And down 4-0, there's definitely a lot of frustration.
As Leppert goes to the penalty box after getting in that Tilly with Sacco.
Again, last year, second in the SECHL in penalty minutes. It's because of a lot of things like that one. Of course, there's the little mistakes, but a lot of it is intentional, trying to go out there and throw some hands.
Leppert, like we said earlier, he's coming from Northern College, played 2 years there. A 23-year-old got into a little bit of an interaction with a 20-year-old. The East Northport native.
But again, that's what this team is, man. They get involved in a lot of that stuff, and it's becoming part of their identity. And you see that on the ice too. They're playing very physical in legal ways too, not just
it's
some
definitely
penalties.
very legal at times. Marist is one of those teams, you're coming in. That's kind of what the SECHL is, the Super East Collegiate Hockey League. It's a very physical league. You're not going to go in here and not be walking away with a couple of bruises after the game.
Yeah, I mean, you got loads of guys like Chris Kotera. He had 46 penalty minutes throughout the season last year. I mean, you have guys here that are going to go ahead, and they're not afraid to sit in the box for a little bit.
No, they actually love the box. It's their second home.
It definitely is a well-known fact that the McCann Ice Arena penalty box tends to be occupied around the SECHL.
It's talking to one of the managers last year. They said they had to use 2 stat sheets because of how many penalties there were one game.
Yes, and it's what this team does, and no matter how much you hear from the staff about how they don't want it, they don't want it,
it's good
love
entertainment.
it. Well, not only that, but they like to set a tone. And even if you're going to go back on that bus, and let's say that donut stays on the scoreboard right now for Marist, they still are going to go ahead and be saying, these Rams, they're going to be saying, damn, I have a black eye.
It was a battle, yeah.
And that's what they pride themselves on. That is what this team is. More than anything.
Speaking of the SECHL, since we have a moment, as I think Lepart actually is going to be sent off with 5:46 left in the second. I don't know if he's being sent off for either a 2 and 10, or they both might have just gotten a game misconduct. The Sacco is also going to be coming off too. 2 big deficits for Marist.
As there's a little bit of conversating going on right there. I see a grin, if my eyes aren't
Just
mistaken.
trying to see what the ref's opinion is here.
Definitely an interesting situation. Again, I see a grin. This is what this comes with the territory of being a Marist Red Fox on the ice.
You got to be feisty. You got to work. You got to work for it. That's kind of what the tone this team wants to say, is that it's never guaranteed. You got to work for your shift. Got to work for your battles. There's always one man looking to step up, and right now this is exactly where you need someone to step up and fill Sacco's role.
Hey, and maybe this is the momentum shift they need, some physicality, and now those Red Foxes are saying, yeah, screw the scoreboard. Let's go ahead and make this a game right now.
Yeah, as it looks like now Farmingdale will be getting a chance to work their power play, trying to go make it a hat trick and go 3 for 3. As Buchik will be serving Sacco's penalty, a 2-minute minor. We just got the official report for fighting. This play set to resume.
So now we're going to see an advantage for Marist in the power play?
No. Marist will be a man down here.
Marist will be a man down. Okay, I thought I heard penalties down on both ends.
It was so right there, that chance no good. Stoneman's going to send that one up into the crowd, almost hit the producer's booth.
Shout out to our producing crew for putting their lives on the line.
Leppert's already out here with already took his tarp off immediately. Actually, record fast.
But you were mentioning about the SECHL and their recent expansion.
Yeah.
You were just about to start
I
off
was
with.
about to before the ejections happened. The SECHL has expanded. They combined with the AAU. 4 teams have joined: Niagara University, SUNY Binghamton, College of Buffalo, and St. Bonaventure, they have all joined. And now because of this, Marist now has an opportunity to get an auto bid to the ACHA regionals. Last year, the SECHL was only 6 teams, but now that shot there saved by Derrico's, and that is off, and play will be stopped dead with 5:01 and 1:15 left in the period, or in the power play.
Yeah, previously, though, the SECHL only had 6 teams, so the Red Foxes didn't receive an auto bid.
The requirement there was 10, so now they require, now that we have, well, the minimum was 8 for an auto bid, now we have 10. So now there's a chance, you know, knowing that Marist just needs to win this conference in to make to really have a chance at regionals. Opportunity here again, smacked by Marist. Keller at the doorstep. Saved by Derrico as he was able to stretch out the pad. But yeah, in the previous, for the SECHL, they would have to be ranked also nationally, but now they don't have to be nationally ranked. They can just win the conference, and they will have a chance to go, or they will be going to regionals. As well, the conference will be split into a North and South division with the hopes of having a showcase between the 2 teams just because of the travel. Obviously, teams are up in Buffalo. You don't want to be making that for a one-day trip. It's up to Alessi, over to Duffy. Duffy's shot just goes wide over Derrico's shoulder.
I'm surprised, given the score right now, that they're trying those shots.
You know, why not? You're up. Try what you can.
Well, I think you're up. Just maintain possession and let the clock burn.
That's true. I don't know. I'm not at Duffy's point of view. Maybe he saw an angle that none of us saw. As that slap shot there by Alessi goes a little wide. Unless Duffy stops Bruno from taking that puck from him. As Sotero's going to clear that one out. Really good penalty killer he is.
I think a part of the decision maybe comes down to the fact they are on the power play. You want to take advantage, but
now Sotero there taken away by Fragoso. He almost was about to set up Sotero. Now we are back to even strength. The penalty is over.
And that's a good job by that Marist penalty kill. Okay, last year, yeah, they had a lot of penalty minutes, but by extension, they had a lot of reps for their special teams. And their special teams was very solid throughout that year.
Yeah, their power play definitely could have been improved. That's been a struggle for the past couple of years. Last year at home, they went 2 for 15, only stopping 2 successful power plays. This year, they've just stopped their first at home.
Yeah, that was a strong performance there. If they could continue to put things like that together, that's something that you can feel good about.
Yeah, there's not really too many quality shots. All the good shots were going wide. As Derrico's going to glove that pop-up for a stoppage with 2:58 left in the second.
Now, 3 minutes left in this second period. Red Foxes just have to get something to really fire them up going into the third. That's the goal here. Whether it's a goal, a clean hit, a nice defensive stop, something that could really just get them riled up. Because I'm seeing a team that looks a little bit flat at the moment.
Yeah, right now there might not be much juice in the tank as Bain stops that pass. He's going to try to feed it on up to Bruno. Bain now has it below the red line. He gets pushed by Quigley. Two Rams and 2 Foxes in there battling for each other. You don't really see that matchup in nature too often. Still battling for it. Looks like Bruno's got
and
his
it's
hand
continuing
stuck.
now.
Yeah,
as a stick gets thrown.
So Ivers now into the zone. A backdoor pass over there to Nolte. Nolte tries to wrap it around as that one is hammered
we're seeing more scrappiness on the other side of the ice. I saw something going on down in Marist offensive zone where a stick got knocked out of his hand, and they had a little back and forth. Now we see a little bit of hunting going down.
There's right there. Mino hammers in that opportunity from the slot. Everyone was puck watching, it looked like, as that pass came from LaChase, the captain.
Raymond Corneau was the one getting scrappy towards the end of that play. Again, that's what
this actually looks like. Now Marist will be having a power play. Tyler Stoneman trying to talk to the ref, see if he can convince him to get the face-off down in the offensive zone when it should be right there in the circle. Oh, it looks like he tried it. 2-minute penalty for Quigley there.
So a successful penalty kill earlier. Now let's see if we could follow that up, or if the Red Foxes can follow that up with a successful penalty goal. Power play
goal.
coming up.
Marist loses that face-off. Stoneman's going to collect it. He's going to head on back. Right, Marist at the start of the game let the plays develop, and now it looks like they're kind of trying to rush things, and Farmingdale's forcing the plays.
20 seconds separating the power play clock from the game
believe
clock.
That goal might have been disallowed, as we do not get a update on the scoreboard. It still remains 4-0. Right there, Stoneman here using his feet to get on over, enters the blue line. He's trying to do it himself, tries to feed it back. No one was there. That puck then is cleared out by Traub. Going to be Kehoe to collect. Kehoe waiting. Stoneman picks it up now. Stoneman tries to find Marciano, just missed the stick. So then it's sent on down again. Kehoe picks it up. He's going to sit behind the net. Makes his exit. He's going to try to slowly work his way up to Wong. Wong gets to the red line and dumps it on in. Sotera picks that one up.
And they're fighting to get it pinned against the wall right now and chew that clock.
There's 1 minute left in the second period. Rico's holding it. He's going to try to send it off the glass. Couldn't get there, as now Wong has it behind the net. Feeds it up to Sotera. Sotera tries to find D'Argento, but he can't. 18 seconds left in this penalty. 35 left in the second. Kehoe sends that one off the glass up in the air. Body's battling for it. D'Argento has it at the red line. He makes zone entry. Works his way on down below the goal line. Still has it. Falls to his knees down. His cage looks like it's open. No, it's not. Now Wong has it. Shot there by Mercogliano. Almost had a good chance. 10 seconds left. Marist gets it on up. Farmingdale has it. Alessi tries to feed it on over. That quality shot stopped and sent away by DeRico, as that's going to do it for the second period. Marist trailing 4-0 after the second. We'll be back after intermission. Third play action is set to resume here in the McCann Ice Arena. Marist trailing 5-0. Turns out after the intermission, they did allow that goal. They just forgot to update the scoreboard. Right now, Duffy, right there, quality chance blocked as Marist also is making a goalkeeper change. Gary Mandia starting the third period here as Adam Derico will be benched for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, Mandia is a guy who also hasn't been seen much. Point is, though, they're without their lead goalie, who is Anthony Russo, missing today. Will be back next week, come more in-conference play. But we still see someone who had a 900 save percentage last year in Rhode Island, HC Rhode Island.
Yeah, the Hockey Club of Rhode Island.
Yes.
Mouthful of a name. Don't know why you don't just call it Rhode Island HC at that point, but
that is a juniors team, which we talked about it earlier. Farmingdale has a big advantage because of how many players on that roster have played in juniors. Big advantage to have that extra experience coming into the collegiate level.
yeah, hopefully right now Marist for this third period they really gotta get something going, get some movement. Even just one goal right now can ignite a fire under the team. Just let them know that they can break the Great Wall of Barron. Just keep moving as now Marist moves it up. As Farmingdale moves it up, that cross ice pass there still blocked or patted away by Mandia. Farmingdale working with it behind the net.
It's also partially just about getting some momentum, leaving your second game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you don't want to put up one goal in 2 games to start the season. As Smith works it around, is taken down. Bruno comes with it. Now he has it one-on-one. Offsides there as Fragoso, or Bain, correction, got a little too excited and kept moving.
Yeah. Well, Bain is someone that is playing in their first line with Bruno, with Taylor. He's someone they rely on very often. He has chemistry with those guys. And, you know, giving him opportunities like that where he might be able to make something happen, not a bad approach to go ahead and try and add something to the board on the Mayor's side of things.
Right here, face-off just outside Farmingdale circle, or Farmingdale's offensive zone. Farmingdale takes it to recollect. Stoneman gets that pass, feed it off the boards. Behind Martriano, no one was there. That shot there, hit in the stomach, dropped and picked up by Mandia. Right there, Kravitz took that shot, or Kravitz fed it over to Del Grasso. Straub here lines up for the face-off, ready to take it against Tyler Stoneman. Looks like they're planning something, maybe a little set play after this face-off win if they win it. That shot there by Del Grosso is blocked by Martriano.
Again, Farmingdale just looking to burn some clock here. You have a 5-point lead. You don't need to do anything too aggressive. Just try and whittle that clock down and get out of here.
Yeah, they might be thinking about the bus ride home and what chicken parm sandwiches they're going to have.
It's definitely going to come down to just continuing to keep the ball in your keep the puck in your possession, keep control of it, and ensure Marist can't start to light that fire a little bit.
Right there, McGregor sends that shot wise. Mandio's a little aggressive to play that one. Back on out to Traub. He's going to be trying to beat out Chris Satera. That one goes out. We have a stoppage of play.
Stoppage there. And for the Red Foxes, there's going to be better days. Of course, we have Sean Bruno, who last year 20th in the SECHEL for goals with 9. He's someone who could continue to put together great performance after great performance and be someone that ignites a fire for them. So far, he hasn't really been able to get going, and neither will these players on the ice because another stoppage of action.
Yeah, right there, a little mess up on the face-off, so we're just going to go do it again. 17:33 left in the third. Marist trailing 5-0 to the Farmingdale State Rams. McGregor able to keep that puck in, not called offsides. Marist still battling for it. Got 3 Rams there. McGregor holding that blue line strong. He's able to get past him as Stoneman feeds it off the boards. Now Kravitz has it. He stops at the hash mark. Off the glass. Jumped up to Chris Satera. Couldn't get there. Looked like MJ with the jump man. Cornell has it. He gets it up. He's going to send it on down. Not called an icing. Farmingdale collects, sends that one sky high. Stoneman has it. Rodriguez almost took it away from Marciano as he comes up from behind from Mari. Alessi sends that one on in. Mandia to play. Throws it off the boards for Traub to pick up. Or Crodell to pick up off the boards. He's going to come up, stopped by Alessi. Chris Satera able to muscle him out of the zone. Marist still trying to recollect some possession here as Kehoe picks it up. Unable to. Ivers still working for it.
Red Fox is trying to get something going with the facilitation there. It doesn't really work too well for them. Farmingdale gets the puck right back and scores a really impressive backhanded spinning goal there. Great one as he's making a turn. I mean, slips right by Gary Mandia.
Yeah,
very impressive one from deep range. I mean, I didn't think they would try that shot, but my lord, wasn't impressive.
I think he was just trying to put something on net. That's what coaches preach all the time, and that makes it 6-0. Jace Lombardo as he turns it around and just rips one on net, and I don't think Mandia saw it. I think he had a man in front of him, couldn't see that puck coming in.
Yeah, and Lombardo's had a very solid day for someone making his first little bit of action for the Rams. Looked really good today, and that was a highlight to add in a blowout game.
Right there is also his first goals. Right now, Farmingdale, another opportunity. That shot goes in. Jace Lombardo again, back-to-back goals off of the assist from Crodell. Now it's 7-0 with 16 minutes left in the second, or the third, correction.
And we were under the impression that Mandia would really be a game changer a little bit for the Red Foxes, but he wasn't. So far, he hasn't been. He hasn't been someone that gave them that spark yet. They wanted to try something new with the goalie, but it seems like it's still a lapse of defense around the goalie position.
Yeah, it's tough as a goaltender to come in. Your team's losing 5-0. You come in on the third. Right here, Marist has a chance there as they put it in. Marist with their first goal of the night.
And there he is, Thomas TJ Fragoso. This is a guy who is coming in for Shen Ming Wen, someone who has something to prove. And in a game where you're losing by 6 with 15 minutes in the third period, there's just something to be happy about as you're leaving this race.
I mean, just look at the smiles on the team. They may be down 7-1, but they're cheesing from cheek to cheek. They just broke the shutout. They're having a great time now.
Well, not just that. We're also seeing a player start to establish himself as a very viable option for the Red Foxes.
Yeah, that was his first career goal for the Red Foxes, so congratulations to you, TJ. There's going to be many more to come.
And he's someone who overall has had a very solid day, chasing the puck, creating open opportunities, doing some nice puck work. He has looked very good as someone filling in for
He's floating right there. He's
player.
finding open ice. He's right there in that opportunity. He was sitting there top circle. No man was looking at him. If that puck came right to him, he probably would have put in the second one. Still pressuring there as well. Duffy has it at the red line, pressured by Bruno. He's going to try to bounce it around him as Bruno smacks that one down. Duffy's taken to his knees. Taylor sends it around for Marciano to attempt to get there. He almost gets it out to Fragoso, who's streaking. Fragoso just misses that one as Nolte is able to get past him. Stoneman pressures him and takes it away from him at the red line. Now it's push. Marciano almost had that one. Duffy has it, getting hounded by Marciano. Now Satera tries to get there, sends that one up in front. Held by Duffy, he's going to float it on up. Satera has it again, feeds it over to Stevens. Stevens sends that one on down. Marciano battling behind. Ivers drops it off for Duffy. Feeds it on up. Keller take that one to the back of the knee. Now Marciano's hustling for this one. He's got guys on him, unable to play the puck. Quigley drops it on over.
And now Marist is starting to play really tight on the puck, try and force the issue, and just try and maybe create a breakout opportunity for their offense.
Quigley's going to pick up that loose puck, feed it over to Smith. Tries to go on down, intercepted by Stoneman. Stoneman hits the red line. He's going to send it up. It's going to hit the wall and come right back down.
Stoppage of action there. Marist, they want to try and force the issue for the Farmingdale offense. That's the right approach in this situation, because the best thing about a breakaway for the offense is that it doesn't start with the offense, it starts with the defense. And that's what they have to rely on now, breakaway opportunities. Try and generate some favorable numbers matchups in your offensive zone. You do that by forcing a turnover. And you can only do that if you're playing tight on the puck, and that's what we're seeing here.
Big hit attempt there by Buchek as the puck goes out into the hands of Keller. Keller tries to get it over to Quigley. Keller has recouped it again. That one now exits the zone. McGregor holds it, feeds it on over. Now Iris has it. Buchek lays a big hit.
Heck of a hit by Kyle Buchek. I mean,
it's in the name, Buchek.
Spectacular play to just set the tone.
For Bain. Bain's going to send it on down. McGregor has it. Some little center ice chirping going on there. Farmingdale's going to hold it again. Bain's going to wait, send it on in. Onsides play there. Comes on out.
We said it earlier, Marist's main goal right now isn't to add to the scoreboard. It's to make sure that when the Rams are on the bus ride back, they're regretting coming to this ice.
A quality chance in all alone. There was Del Grasso. He couldn't finish. Cornell trying to get to this loose puck before Crodell. Crodell turns it, spins it around. Saved by Mandia. Another spin around shot by Del Grosso, and he saves it. That was just 3 straight shots, and now chaos ensues in front of the net.
It's been boiling up to this point for a little bit. We saw that unbelievable hit by Buchek, and we're going to probably see some more chirping throughout the rest of this.
There might be a couple more penalties jotted down as Sean Bruno immediately hopped off the bench to get in there to talk to the ref about that. It's Coach Lobianco in his second season as the Red Fox coach. He said he's been loving it here, and this organization has given him everything. Played professional hockey in the Federal Prospects Hockey League.
Yeah, 11 years of play. I mean, he's someone who has experience, and there's no one better to coach your team than someone that's played himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's the 11th coach in program history as well.
And it's a rich history for the Red Foxes. You got to keep in mind that this organization started with people just playing hockey on a frozen pool.
Yeah, Marist got rid of it, and then they decided to build a rink here and made this historic program. Been around for a while. Won the Super East in 1967, or 1997, correction. Marist there gets onside. Now it's Bain. Bain's shot goes whistling wide. Wong tries to send that one, tipped by a couple bodies in front. Sitting in the back of the net, Bruno messing around with it. Shot back in front there by Taylor. Wong loses it in his feet. Now it's Crodell hustling for it. He has a real good chance to get there. Kehoe's able to hold him off, using that big height advantage there to keep him at bay. Kehoe settles behind the net. Pressured by Nolte. He's able to deflect the pass. That shot whiffed off the post. Wraparound goes wide again by Nolte.
Definitely some opportunities for the Rams to add another one to the board.
That's one going to be keeping him up all night, looking for his hat trick there. Bardo feeds it on in. Now Crodell has it, feeds it over to Nolte.
And we're seeing a lot of these guys for the Rams coming in their first game and making some valuable burn.
Yeah, another shot goes wide there. Wong picks that centering pass. Bain floats that one on up, hoping for getting a change there for Marist. Nolte has it. He's going to try to fling it on up. Lombardo able to send it on down. Richie Williams scoops it up. Haven't seen too much of him tonight. Now Tyler Stoneman has it. He's going to start to turn on the wheels. Gears are turning. That shot goes off of the mask. As Barron makes his
Yeah, he had an incredible season last year. So far, he's starting the season pretty darn well. Only letting up 1 goal right now. And just save after save after save. They're trying him deep, and I question that game plan. I get it at this point. 10 minutes left, down 6. You're kind of just throwing up prayers. But this is a goalie that's very difficult to get from deep.
Yeah, it's a small frame, really. It would kind of confuse some people. You know, a smaller goalie, you don't think he'd be a great goalie, but because of his small frame, he's able to be quick and agile and get over to places that not many bigger goalies could be able to. As Stillman working his way, he's going to throw that shot blockered off of his skate. Marciano has it behind the net. Behind the back pass, Stillman was almost there.
Could have been a very impressive one there. The behind the back pass was right in the lane.
Duffy there
Could
off of the missed play from Stoneman. Stevens plays the reverse hit. Feeds it on up. Nolte has it. Gives it on over to his D partner. Still working with it. Farmingdale has it at the start of their own end. Open ice collision there. No call.
And Stoneman with a little shove after.
Yeah, this team isn't afraid to do the dirty work.
No
Marciano battling against a Ram. Unable to get there. Chris Cetera feeds it off for Stevens, holding O'Donnell at bay. Still with it, trying to get through multiple players, can't. O'Donnell's going to send it on down for Mandia to let it sit. Williams trying to get there, feeds it on up to Dinacola. Dinacola plays it behind his back, drops it off for Fragoso. Fragoso can't hold. 9:09 remaining in the third. Keller's trying to get it on in. Fragoso now has it. He's going to be holding off a Ram.
Just couldn't be quite physical enough to maintain possession there. Farmingdale is making sure to really close him out of the game.
That shot goes up wide. Farmingdale sends it on down. Quigley still going for it. That shot from the point, gloved, not able to be held. Not there. Alessi able to hold it as Mandia is going to dive on top of that and stop the play.
Yeah, and Mandia was struggling to come in at first, but now he's
found his way. He's made a couple quality saves.
Yes, he's made some plays now that, you know, you could tell the jitters are kind of out, and I think now it's just about the next play. Try and keep it as just a 7 on the board now.
Yeah, right now Cornell trying to hold the Rams at bay. Still battling for it. Looks like Marist right now trying to focus on physicality rather than stick play.
And that is what this team hangs themselves
Chance
on.
up in front. Mandia steps up to the plate and stops it. That puck's going to be floated on out for Lombardo. Lombardo is going to enter the zone. Stick work. He's got 5 Foxes in front of him. Almost made it through all of them. Quigley still working for it. Right there, Ivers feeds it over to Quigley for the one-timer goal. That was a beautiful pass from 2 circles over.
Right out of the textbook right there. The second the puck gets in his range, the slap shot dings it right in. I mean, textbook.
Yeah,
textbook. You won't see it drawn up quite like that.
No, give and go from Quigley. He found the open spot, opened up, and then Ivers looked over, saw him, and put it right in the golden spot. That one was hammered in to make it 8-1 Farmingdale.
And it's just so impressive. There was no delay. The second the puck got there, he shot it right in. And it's difficult to defend that. When it feels like the opposing offense almost has a hive mind, where everyone's always on the same page, it's very difficult to deal with.
Well, you know, like we said, speaking of the hive mind, is another opportunity here. It's no good as long as they're able to play good defense. But back to the hive mind, Marist, they've only been skating for 2 weeks together. This team's almost had a full month together. They're going to know where they're going to be. They may not have played games together, actual games, but they've definitely been scrimmaging. They've been running power play drills. They've been doing enough to where they know what to do in certain situations. As right now, Farmingdale has a penalty coming up. Holding is the call. Marist has their chance to have their their power play chance here to score, make it 7 or 8-2.
It has to feel great for Farmingdale that, yes, you haven't really played against another team in a different uniform, and you've been practicing against your own guys. That's great, but now to see it all that work pan out to this proportion, into a dominant victory like we're seeing right here, you should feel very good about where you currently stand.
It's going to be an exciting bus ride back for this team, going all the way back to Nassau County. Kehoe has it at the top of the zone, feeds it on down for Bain. Bain looking what to do. He's still circled behind the back pass to Kehoe. Kehoe gets his shot blocked as right now they're working for it. He's still trying to battle for it. He's able to keep him off.
Some question about some tripping there potentially, but the ref did not make the call.
Wong feeds it up to Bain. Bain tries to toe drag, no good, as it's Hubert there to collect, as Marist still has it now. Wong has it at the top of the zone. Down to Taylor. Taylor over to Wong. Got Kehoe to his side for a shot. That shot waffle boarded away. Still, Marist Red Foxes jumping on the opportunity there for a rebound. Kehoe has it. His shot blocked by the Rams. Still working around. That shot goes past. Rodriguez there had a couple of really good penalty kill there. He had 2 great blocks, a couple of sticks in passing lanes, as Marist now needs to reset with 36 left on this power play.
And that's how this game started, the penalty kill for Farmingdale. That's what it came down to. Early in this game, Marist had 2 opportunities on the power play, and they failed to capitalize on either of them. Because of how well this Farmingdale power play kill, this penalty kill, has played. It's been spectacular, really. And now they continue to end it that same way that they started it.
Yeah, with 5:30 left in regulation here. That attempt on net from Stoneman. Now Richie has it at the top of the zone. He's going to throw it on down. Jump there by Sateri trying to play it at his feet. Stoneman has it. He's going to get hit and send it on down.
And a hard hit. We heard that one from up here.
Yeah, Smith's going to attempt to pick it up. Stoneman in the top of the slot. He has that, but it's found right in the 5-hole of Barron. Phenomenal game from him so far tonight, only letting up 1 goal in 55 minutes worth of ice. Yeah. Stoneman exchanging some words with Alessi here.
And we're seeing a Marist team that, again, they're fighting at this point. They got the point on the board. That's great. They're fighting to do 2 things. Continue to find some bright spots after what looks a lot like it's going to be a loss. And just be physical. Just make them regret coming here. Even though they left today with the win, make them leave with some bruises too.
Yeah, as what's next for Marist is next weekend from the 26th to the 28th, as that shot goes wide, is the UNY CHL crossover event. Featuring a lot of the new teams that are joining the division. They're going to be heading on up to this tournament center.
Yes, and then for Farmingdale, they're looking at Rutgers University on the 27th.
Rutgers is a very skilled team. Marist played them last year. Fortunate to come away with a 3-2 shootout win. Thankful to Chris Satera. It's actually the home opener, one of the first really great way to start the season against that D1 team, as Mino shot there goes wide.
But with how Farmingdale's playing, it's difficult to see a lot of teams that can beat them. Like, they're playing some great hockey right now. Everything from the physicality, the facilitation, and they're only going to get better from this point. Because there's a lot of players here making their first little bit of action with Farmingdale. And as they get more experienced as a Ram with this roster, they're only going to get better. We saw key contributions from a lot of guys in their first start, in their first little bit of action with them. We saw guys like Lombardo, who was very close to having a hat trick, and he still has the opportunity in these next 4 minutes to maybe do that. We saw Quigley go out there from Salem State, look really good. We've seen Crodell, Del Grasso, a lot of guys, Leopard, go out and play good hockey so far, as we see a little bit of a scrum right now going on both ends.
Yeah, I'm just This ref just loves his whistle. He's just letting it go as there's another fight off to the side with Cornell. Is feeling a decent amount of penalties are going to be handed out, and this door right here about to be open for a long time.
Yes, and again, if this is your first little bit of Marist hockey action that you're watching,
a lot more of this to come.
Yes,
get used to it.
Get used to it. This is a common theme for this Red Fox team, and again, that's just their identity, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Being physical in a sport like this, it sets a tone. It really does. And when you're losing, well, you could fight to add that extra point to the board, and then maybe the loss seems a little bit better.
Yeah,
or you can fight for your pride, and that also makes it not sting as bad. It's just different means to the same end, really.
It's right here. Mercogliano's going to feed it on up for Buchek. Buchek's going to try to center it as he receives a big hit. Up to Kehoe. He's able to play it. Tries to send it back on down. Second attempt works. Buchek again has it down low. Hit by Smith.
He got low there. That's a nice play.
We have a stoppage on the play. I believe Marist will be heading to the box. Yep. Sean Mercogliano will be heading to the box, as well as Keller. Chris Keller will be heading to the box.
Interesting now for the Red Foxes to see if they're going to continue to kind of go out there and get in their scrums, or if they're going to try and add another one to the board here.
Yeah, Chris Keller last year was one of the players they looked for. He had 28 points in 27 games. He's one of their very skilled player, and there's the reason why he also made an impact tonight. Like you said earlier, there was a lot of players that made an impact. It was a full team effort tonight, and that's what that coach is going to be preaching, as a couple of really great moves there. That shot is then sent wide. By Divine. Marist still holding it.
Now a little bit of a battle against the wall there. Always
puck up to Nolte.
Always interesting to see how teams approach that. But in a moment like this, you just got to be aggressive on the puck if you're the Red Foxes. And Farmingdale, you just got to maintain possession. Play some keep away here. Up
to McGregor. He can't play it. Marist kind of pressing. Stoneman there pressing Nolte. Looking for a little bit of a call there, but we got 2 minutes left. I think the ref is not going to put his hand up for anything that isn't required. Wong gives it on over to Kehoe. Kehoe tries to find Stoneman, but they can't. It's sent the other way.
Quite caress the puck. It's always tough. I feel like people kind of undermine. A hockey puck weighs about as much as a can of ice, or a can of...
Right there on the doorstep as Bain gets hit from behind. A penalty is assessed to Farmingdale for a cross-check. He's complaining. I think that was objectively textbook cross-check.
Yeah, it's a physical game. It always will be, and that's what makes the sport so enjoyable, the physicality of it. And there's a certain line that you're always dancing on when you're skating on a hockey ring. But I was saying, a hockey puck, I feel like people forget, it weighs as much as like a can of soda. So you have to make sure to be soft so you can cushion it when you're trying to caress it. But you also can't be too soft, or else it's going to go right past you. It's a much more difficult thing to do than a lot of people might believe, caressing the puck in a game like this.
On 3 on the ice right now. Mary's trying to work it. That high slapper is taken by Lombardo. What a game. 2 goals, 1 quality block shot there, plus a lot more from him as they clear it with 1:52 in the period left. 6 seconds dividing game clock and penalty clock. As Stevens enters the zone, he's still holding it. He's working his way around, looking for more of his teammates. Slips on his own edge. Williams has it. Feeds it on down to Taylor. Taylor tries to send it over to Bruno. Bruno holds, looks. Williams, back to Bruno. Shot. Patted away. Bruno again.
And Farmingdale, they're just going to wait for Marist to come to them. They haven't had any luck with these deep shots yet. They're going to keep letting them try them until it ends up working for them.
As that puck goes out of play, now it is 1:19 left in the second, or in the third. As now it's a 5-on-4 as the original penalties are now cleared.
And still 1:20 left on the clock.
Zach Taylor has that feed there for Bain, and he couldn't hold it. What a chance. That goal was wide open and asking to be scored on, and he couldn't finish it there. So now the Rams are coming the other way. 2-on-1. That shot sent wide.
Opportunities in the slot have been so rare. The Red Foxes have to take advantage.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that Bain's going to be going to sleep thinking about. The opportunity there from Crodell was really solid. Just sent that one a little wide. As Woodhead's going to be back to pick this one up with 45 seconds left in the third. He's going to sit and hold. The clock runs out. Marist, they're going to have a lot of work to do for the next coming weeks.
For sure, but you got to give Farmingdale their credit. They had a very good game here.
100%.
They're a very good team. And they had fresh legs going into it. Marist coming off a loss against a very physical Army team. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this more than the scoreboard.
This is not one of those losses that you immediately write off the season. This is a long season. You've only played 2. Probably played your 2 toughest opponents of the season yet, Farmingdale and Army. You just got to keep moving on, keep practicing, keep battling, and as the season goes on, you're going to find your groove. It's only been the first weekend as play is ending, and a little bit of some extra stuff there as Tyler Stoneman gets pushed.
See, you see some teams are down 7 and they have nothing to fight for. Them, they have more to fight for.
Yeah, they love it.
And again, that's why you can't give up on this team, because no matter what, no matter how much they're losing, they're fighting.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what this Marist hockey team is about. On the Farmingdale side of things, well, they had a lot of players make their debut for this Rams team. And those players look really nice. I'm excited to see where this team ends up going down the line, how they continue to build upon a very strong foundational win against Marist. And I'm glad to see that what they were doing over the offseason really worked for them. Marist, they're going to have brighter days. There's no doubt about that. Keep in mind, their captain and goalie, Anthony Russo, wasn't playing today. It's going to be interesting to see how this team looks when he's back.
100%. That's going to do it from the McCann Ice Arena. Marist falls 8-1 to Farmingdale State. I'm Tommy Berry.